originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Quincy Williams.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stewart sets to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott now from the 50. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Okuebuna with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Stewart. Throw left side complete. It's Morrison. And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Tennessee.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That catch good for only a couple.
At the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
The 31-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Prescott.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
16-yard line.
First down, Prescott. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 14. Titans nothing.
And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Stewart. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Stewart. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Stewart. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
And inches at the 14-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2-yard line.
They'll run with Fournette. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One brings up second and goal at the Titans' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second down, here's Stewart. He sets to fire deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Westbrook now on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Stewart on first and 10. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Jaguars.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
For another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. Sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Pickup on the play. First down.
They'll run with Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 23-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. There he goes left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That good for 22 and a first down. Henry. First down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. Fournette fighting, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A 7-yard gain on the
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Stewart on the keeper.
1 yard is the gain. And it's good enough for a Tennessee first down. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.